Oh, hey guys! I just like look. It's a Friday. It seems to be weed. Oh, hold on a second. I feel very alone on the screen. There we go. Chat overlay. We are in here. Hello, hi guys. It's a Friday. It's my fever has started to show up from the the booster shot. I do not know if I mean it could be a hot flash. Who the fuck knows? But I seem to be hovering at around like somewhere between like 99.6 to like 100.1. But it's like I'm not uncomfortable. Like if the like I'm also I'm on medication for my headache. That's an NSAID that also lowers temperature. So who knows? It could be a hot flash. Who the fuck knows? Hey girl, hey Leslie, and hey Kiko. Anyways, it's hello. Not that I have favorites, but hello to my favorites. Anyways, as I said in the intro to this, yeah, or not the intro, but the wherever you guys on the screen can see the things I have written in the I think it's below here. But yeah, as usual, it's Halloween, and there are warnings going up on the internet and in the parental PS, all the things saying parents. Talk to your kids about the drugs that all the strangers are going to put into your kids' Halloween baskets, pillowcase, whatever. I don't know what you guys are doing for your kids nowadays. Are there pillowcases anymore? We used to do pillowcases. Is it still the orange pumpkin? I'm really old. Anyways, but what I was saying, nobody is giving your children drugs for free. That shit is expensive. No one's giving drugs to the adults for free. Could I go? I would love to go. It's never, I have yet to hear in all of the years, all of my years of all of this trick or treating, all of this years of hoping someone's just going to be like, oh, here's your LSD and a fucking Snickers. That has yet to happen for me. No LSD in my Snickers yet. But anyways, so right now yeah. So here, this is. I'm just saying. In order to stop, like, just we can't be too safe. We cannot be too safe. Please, in order to prevent even the possibility, even the slightest possibility of your drugs being handed out by you or by someone else in the house who's just accident, it could. Who knows? Who knows? Your good weed or your accidentally leftover drugs from a surgery. Those things could happen. Oh my God, those things could accidentally make their way into a kid's Halloween basket of goodies. Just in case, do all the drugs yourself this weekend. Oh yeah, that's what you got to do. You gotta like you gotta pre-plan and make sure. You gotta preempt this shit. That way, in case it happens for the first time in history, for the first time, they can't blame you. Where were you? You were at home being a responsible adult doing the drugs so the kids can't do them. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Do the drugs. Be responsible. Do the drugs, adults. I can say this because number one, I'm in California and this shit is legal here. And number two, I've made it very clear that I am an adult audience scientist. Like I know I should get an OnlyFans, but still, like I am not gearing my shit for children. That's why I can tell you guys, go do some drugs. Anyways, so yeah, I've got I see Leslie saying I was fine with the initial vaccines, but the booster shot was yeah. I have not gotten a fever yet from them. And look, I don't know if it's just like sometimes when I get tired, I'll get a fever. Sometimes like maybe it's just that I live in a rickety old attic and we're very bad at temperature control in this. So I don't know if when I get occasional, like, oh, I'm a little overheated. Like, I don't know if it's just the attic. But like I'm feeling a little warmer and sweatier than the last time. So I don't know if this is just like, hey, it's coming. give it a few hours. But like, previously I felt really tired and like my arm felt really sore. I felt tired and run down, but like my arm, that horrible soreness in my arm hasn't started yet, but I'm feeling like I just don't know what the effects are that's going to hit me from this. So I'm like, look, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling warm, but not like, how sometimes a fever can make you like, it comes along with all the stuff that makes you feel like crap. And I'm like, I don't feel like crap yet. I feel warm, but okay. So I'm like, I'm going to go and chit chat with y'all. And that's a thing that I haven't felt okay doing for a while. It's been a really horrible few months, everyone. I'm doing my best Bobcat Goldthwait. I accidentally. Hello, my angry young man over at the Twitchiverse. I missed you. I missed you all. So it's just a quick how things have been. So I had therapy today, very Los Angeles. I've been having bereavement therapy since Leo passed, and today was hey, I guess I'm doing better. Like you're never feeling, healed from your brother dying at age 40 suddenly with no warning. Like that's not a thing you're like, I'm better now. But you get to a point where you don't need to like sit down with a therapist and chit chat with them about that every single week. You can talk about all the other things that are wrong with your brain. And my therapist and I were talking this week, and I'm like, it's like, hey, this is not the first thing that that's hurting me when I wake up every morning. This is not like it's still, I still think about it daily, but it's not, there are different goals when you go to therapy for something like this for anyone going through it. Like, and for me, it was I need to get to the point where it's not affecting me and my life day to day in terms of how my brain's functioning. And it's still, it's affecting me, but not like, I wake up, I can do my work. I don't have deep, painful crying jags on a day-to-day basis. I want to get out and live more, and who knows, maybe that's just from far too long of living in pandemic world. But it was, if you've ever been to psychiatry or therapy, they give you a form that's, they very, very, yes or no, black or white questions of how are you feel, like, are you, I have interest in doing things. I don't have interest in doing things. I felt energy. I did, and today I'm filling that out. I'm like, I'm giving very different answers than I gave 2 months ago when I started this process. And it's like, I think I'm doing okay. It's, you're not, like I said, you're never doing okay. You're never quote healed. But I'm, kind of to a better point, and my therapist has been really fucking good. So, yeah, if you've ever been like, I don't know about that, it's, there's something my husband said a while ago. It's, everyone should try therapy out at one point. It's kind of, if you're not sure what you need therapy for, if you're like, I don't know if this is for me or not, it's kind of like a doctor's appointment. You got to check under the hood every once in a while, because you might not know what's in there. There might be a couple squirrels that are with a nest you do not know. So, go try out a few. I always like one session's not, I always say, go sign up for, it's like, go check out 5 or so sessions. And if after 5 sessions, you're like, this is not for me, I will never bug a friend about it again. It just like, or I'll never say a word about it again. But maybe you'll see after that, you're not a person it's for. It's just not your thing, whatever. But it's never talking to someone who can be more objective about your life and can give you some, homework for your brain in a way that is for the best. And there's no, they're doing this for you. It's it's all, it's mental health care. It's helpful, especially at a time like this. So yeah, super great therapy through the last few months, and it's been helpful to coming back and doing this again. And I didn't know when that was going to be okay, when it was going to be when it was going to be easy to come out and chat with a microphone in front of my face. So yeah, doing that without feeling like I'm gonna start crying, and also feeling like it's okay to cry, and feeling like, yeah, people understand that crying's a kind of natural part of this. So anyways, thank you guys. Thank you, my audience. Thank you, my patrons, for, providing for my lavish lifestyle of living in a rickety attic in Los Angeles. But no, thank you guys. Seriously, it would have been rough without you. So anyways, I'm back. There was a thing I wanted to do, and I'm like, I feel like it'd be kind of wasteful given the audience that I'm doing this for, but it's right in front of me, of course. But while I was at CVS today getting my shot, I found this there, and I was like, I would love to do it. I was thinking, I'm like, maybe I could take, because there are 2 tests in here. I'm like, it'd be delightful to do a little, oh, look, the shot does not cause COVID. It doesn't cause shedding. It doesn't, but I'm like, I feel like this would also be a thing that you guys already like. It's, do you guys want to see this, or was this be like a waste of I'm not sure. If you guys, if there's a cheer of a do it, then yeah, but like otherwise I'm just gonna plop this on the shelf and wait for it, because it's like, this is hopefully going to tell me I don't have COVID if I, spit into all of the, do all of the things. But yeah, on let's see, wifey number one bought some of the home tests. Yeah, these are. I see someone saying, "Do it." All right. All right. Some people, I see people say, I have an Akiko saying, "Let us see." So fun. Look, no, look. Here's the thing. Use the test in a separate video as a PSA. That's not a bad idea. But the other thing is, doing this all live, I can actually take the live video later and edit this into something. So doing it live is also I like the whole doing it live thing, because we're doing it live. But not to make fun of Bill O'Reilly, because he's such a wonderful person. Anyways, oh shit, this thing looks complicated. I say this as a chemist. All right. But here's the other thing, knowing if it looks complicated or not for a chemist, when people at home have to, who aren't chemists, who didn't spend 8 years as an analytical chemist having to do it, super, super useful. So, all right, couple of swabs that I think are going to go into the mouth. Anyways, a couple things of reagent that don't. Hold on. Right. Let's see. I think these are too. These are too many things. Too many, I tell you. Here we go. All right. One of these. All right. Believe. Test, and test. All right. One swab, one reagent, and one pocket of thing. And I think this is like the test thing that you do it all in. All right. Oh, these are so many instructions. Why didn't I open this up beforehand? Hold on. See, you momentarily considered saying something about those swabs. I said, yes, I did. I definitely considered saying something about those swabs. Hey, Munchin. All right. These are many instructions for a thing that look, I'm just saying, if I can manage hair dye, I can manage this. I read many chemistry books in my day. All right, one swab, one test card in pouch, one dropper bottle, a timing device not included. All right, let's see. Remove test card. Test card. Is test card this one? Yes. Oh, let's see. All right, let's open this up. The other thing is, this way, if you guys are one day like, I'm considering doing this, I want to get it, but I'm not sure if like I can, I have faith in all of you guys that if you can pee on a stick for a pregnancy test, well, half of you guys, I don't know how many of you guys are met, but I have faith that if you guys can piss on a stick for a pregnancy test, you can figure this shit out. So but at the same time, it's like the thought of when some people are looking at it going, when some of y'all, and this is not to judge, this is saying I think sometimes when people write these instructions, they write them not being aware of like what people's general understanding is of all the different terms in here. It's like some people haven't heard the term reagent since they were 15, and that's fine. But at the same time, we need to make sure people know what they're. I need scissors, goddammit. That's the only thing I'm looking through here for. I'm like, what? Where are my scissors? Where is my husband, who would always know that I need scissors for this? Oh, here it is. Hold on. There's a little notch on the side of this that I just. I'm not always. Did Simon enter the chat and I missed it? I saw hi everybody. Hold on. Did I miss that? Nope, I missed it. I did not, and I just thought I did. But I also see I see a hello, Russell, and I missed that. But anyways, oof. All right. Oh, here's a little card, and it's. I feel this is how I know like I'm a woman of a certain age. I'm like, oh, it's so cute. But yeah, here's the little test card. Let me see. All right. Done. Does it say it says to unfold? Or I think it's it's a little unclear. Nope, okay. Because let's see. Remove to expose. Yeah, the thing comes like half open because like here's the front of the card, here's the back of it, and like it's not sealed, and I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be. So I'm like, wait, what am I? How am I doing this? How does this? What's happening here? All right, this is not the exact same. Oh, all right, there we go. Do not touch this. Do not touch the test strip. This is why you read the instructions before you open. All right. Remove the test card and pouch and lay flat on the table. The card must stay flat on the test the entire time. Make sure the blue control line is present. Open card flat on the table. You may bend the spine in the opposite direction. This is not helpful. It's like at first it says lay flat this way, and then it's like, please open it this direction, but don't touch the strip. I'm like, y'all aren't helping me. This is a little on the unclear side. So hold on a second. All right, all right, where am I putting this? All right. Let's get you nice and flat on this. All right, there we go. This is all going to be happening right on top of my laptop, or it's going to get messy. All right, let's see. Are you? Someone's asked JW Holland asking if I'm making drugs. If I was making drugs, I would have invited you. Obviously, someone's saying I'm doing mad science. Yes, I am. No, it's my maniacal laughter is terrifying, and I will not do it on screen. Someone will clip that shit, and I'll be in trouble for that. Let's see. Remove bottle dropper. All right. Let's see. I have this, and there was one other little dropper somewhere in here. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Remove. Let's see. Make sure blue control line is present in the window. Is the blue control line present in the window? Hold on. It is. All right. Control sample. And the sample is not excellent. Excellent. All right. Put you back to flat. Gotten way used to these over the last 18 months. LTC nurse assistant, they're very easy to see. Yeah, it's like just knowing what the sequence is like, I wonder what's the order of operations here. It's like the first time you use hair dye when you're 12 and your mother told you not to. Like the first time you're just like, there are three things. There are three things. You mix them all, you shake them, you put them in your hair, you have regrets. Like that's how hair dye works. The first time you use it, you're looking at these instructions going, what do I do? Truly, all my hair will fall out if I get one sentence of this. And like now, I'll get simoniacal laughter eventually. All right, we'll get there. Perhaps. Let's see. Oh God, I do have to go up my nose, don't I? Swab both nostrils carefully as shown. Keep fingers away from swab end. All right. Do not insert entire soft tip of the swab into the nostril, usually a half to 3/4 of an inch. You do not need to go in deeper. Well, good to know. I'm not swabbing brain today. All right. Use the same swab. Repeat in the other nostril. Oof, we're crossing the streams. All right. Insert tip into the bottom hole. So you've got we're going for the back hole. All right. So you have a handful of holes here, bottom hole over there. That's what we're doing. All right. And I believe the antigen goes into hold on a second. Remove dropper bottle, hold dropper bottle straight over the top hole. So anyways, you get this dropper bottle here. Dropper bottle goes into, hold on a second, mirrors. How do they work? Anyways, dropper bottle goes into this hole. Your snot goes into the bottom hole, and eventually. And next, let's see. Check. Did you swab both nostrils? Yes. And after that, turn swab to the right 3 times to mix the swab with the drops. Peel adhesive liner off. Oh, okay, that's what that was for. And then let's see. Close the card and wait 15 minutes. So that's there we go. All right. So I'm going to. Let's see, take off this so I'm ready to go with it, or open this up so I'm ready to go with it. How many drops does it say to put in? 6 drops. Okay. Make sure this is perfectly flat. All right. I'm ready. You guys are going to see me I'm going to violate my nostrils on this camera. Oh, yeah. All right. So here we are. I don't know. Let's see. Right next to this, I have an ashtray. So all right, I'm going to take this and put it so you guys can see what's happening with this. Right over there we go. Let's see. Come on. There we are. All right. So 6 drops into here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 7th, just because one of those was on the small side. All right. Shouldn't violating the nostrils be reserved for OnlyFans? One day. One day. All right, so we're done with this. I'm going to put it off to the side. I'm going to take this into the, oh God. See, swab. All right, grab from, now luckily the end that you're allowed to touch is posting, is facing up. So it says to avoid touching the swab end. So let's see. All right, into the nostril, soft tip on the swab. Let's see. At least 5 big circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh God. And into the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh. All right. I don't think there's going to be COVID in there, but that was a lot. All right. Now onto the card. It says, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this with you guys seeing, but we will try. Onto the card, it says to do insert into the swab into the bottom hole. Oh man, I definitely fucked that up. I definitely threw the dropper bottle onto the. Did I do that on the bottom hole or the top hole? At this point, I don't remember, but yeah, we're just gonna hold on. I'm not sure if I fucked that one up and put the boogers onto the wrong hole, but we're gonna see what happens. Did I put that into the top hole? Oh, it's just, never mind. I didn't fuck it up. It's just, it looks so. It's just, it started to do the thing where it moves around because it's liquid and it's in there and it's moving. All right, hold on. I need to swab to the right 3 times into the bottom hole. And 1, 2, 3. Now, all right, there we go. So, all right, now next thing is just to take the card, fold it over, take off the little thing of strip, and let it work its magic. So it is now going to be, it's just closed, and I'm putting this over here, so it's 5:25 according to my clock. Yeah, I definitely put the reagent to the wrong strap. So somebody's going, yeah, it's here. Someone's saying, someone's saying you're a chemist, right? I am still a chemist. God damn it! No, I definitely did put those in the same hole, but at the same time, I'm also not too. Oh, I see what I was supposed to do. Oh, hold on a second. I didn't pay attention to stickers. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna do that again because I fucked it up entirely. So yeah, this is what happens when you have a chemist not know how to do chemistry. All right, we're doing this one more time, much to my unamusement, because if I can fuck it up, it means so can other people. Just saying, 25 minutes of my life gone to this is not too much. Or $23.99, I think, was the cost of this at CVS. I'm not crying about the loss. So comes with 2 tests. Yes, this is part of the reason why I wanted to do one now, to see how to see how I would screw it up. Swab twice, test once. It's gonna be swab twice, test twice. But 2 cards. 2 swabs, 1 card. All right. So next card, which we're going to do this correctly. All right. Let's see. All right. Hold dropper over the top hole. Top hole. We can do this. Insert swab tip into the bottom hole. Push swab tip from the top hole until it's visible, or bottom hole until it's visible in the top. There we go. All right. I can do this. I'm a little more prepared this time. This time you guys can watch me hopefully not fuck up. Anyways, one more. Also, I'm starting to get, I think, some cold sweats from this. So everything's starting to be like, oh, hey, you did get something injected into you. Whew. Anyway, so first all right, as I said earlier, getting this. No, it's this one to the top, this one to the bottom. I know what I read this time, Akiko. Don't screw me up. All right, anyways, we're taking this one off. And once again, I'm like, it's just take my word for that I'm going this top hole this time. Top hole. I have the bottom one covered. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, there we go. One more time. Into the things I'm doing for science. And for amusements. Because let's see. All right. So here's the thing. Second time trying this, not complicated at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ugh, that's not pleasant. All right, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Star has it right. Reading are fundamental, but fucking difficult when you are streaming. All right, now second time, I'm going to try to hang this lower and hopefully not hit the test. See how I can do this in a way that's not going to fuck everything up. My apologies if this is making anyone dizzy. All right, there we go. So this time, up through the bottom hole until it's visible at the first, and then turn it to the right. 1, 2, 3 times, and then take it out. And that was done correctly. So there we are. And back up. So that was there. Now we take the tape off. Now this one waits for 15 minutes to likewise tell me that I don't have COVID. But it's instead of, I just wanted to do the that second one to instead of oh no, it stays in, LOL. So the swab stays in. Are you fucking kidding me? God damn it! Am I still fucking this up? Jesus! No! Why? How is this? How am I this bad at this? This is what I get for doing chemistry and not biological agents. Hold on a second. On an up note, I'm very strong. Who got IKEA to write the directions for this thing? Who got me to be a chemist? Hold on a second. Oh, look. That super strong tape is not that strong. Oh, look, it's back in there and it's fine. I think it's going to be okay. The point is, now that everyone in here knows that a chemist, while live streaming, hey, no, I do not like the pull-out method. I just got my tubes tied. I like there to be no chance of it. Anyways, so now you guys all know, read the directions carefully before doing the whole thing. Simom's here? Hey, wait, did I miss Simom arriving? Hold on. Wait, I missed my own mother's arrival. How did this happen? Wait. When did this happen? Did I miss it? Scrolling back through. Mom, if you're out there, just I need an extra hello from my mother. Anyways, but yeah, this is here is your here's what it looks like when you're done. And anyways, don't fuck it up the way that I did. And what I'm gonna suggest, and anyways, in 15 minutes we're gonna have 2 things that still say I do not have COVID. So that's the punchline. If you're, I think that this is what this. Hello, mama. Anyways, so I think what this has shown all of us, most humblingly of all me, is that you have to read the goddamn instruction. Here's the thing: it's not difficult at all. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience. You just have to read the shit first. Like, how is that? Like, it's like I said, you guys saw the second doing of it. It was just like doing it through the second time. Very easy. I just didn't, read the part where it says don't take it out. So anyway, yeah, so that was, I had not read the instructions of that before. I, saw it for the first time, opened everything for the first time on camera. So, ooh, look, a silica gel packet. I need this for a snack later. Anyways, but yeah, that's how to use them. If you don't have a live stream going in front of you, I'm gonna guess it's a little easier. But also, I'm really happy because my mom works, as you guys know, at a pharmacy back on the East Coast, and she's said that it's hard to get them in. They're not they're constantly out of stock. There are shelves fucking all over the place. But I went to get mine, my shot at a CVS today. Full shelves, and it's fine. So anyways, but I'm just here's the thing. If you think you're sick, if you're really sure, punch, pretty sure the test will say you're not pregnant. Yes. Then the COVID shot worked. Wait, it's not an abortifacient anymore. Not in the new ones. Anyways, but yeah, if you're at a part of the world where you can get the Binax test. And just to be clear, I'm not sponsored by Binax. If I was, I would have an extra test kicking around, so I could have done this first. But I wanted to show you guys that they're perfectly safe. They're easy enough to use if you read the fucking instructions first. And it's even a moron can figure them out with 2 tries. But yeah, it's there. I would highly recommend if you have a place to go and you're like, I want to see a relative that is that we're not sure of. I feel like I'm getting sick. I've seen someone recently and I want to just double check. Whatever. Not bad to have on hand. They're not going to get you, like, if you need to fly internationally to a country that's like, we need a COVID test first. This will probably not do you. Not unlikely to get you. You probably need a PCR. Christy asked if I set a timer. I did. It's or not a set a timer, but I've been. You know what? I should set it. I've been 5-4. If somebody can ping me super loud in like 6 minutes, that would be helpful. So, oh my god, what did I do with the? Hold on, because there are 2 of these, and I'm like, what happened to the second one that does not have? That's going to come up negative for sure, because it does not have a swab still in it. Oops. Totally fucked that one up. Dave Hoyt. Always RTFM. Read the fucking manual. Yes. But yeah, I'm happy that these are available for people because, man, the piece of... Oh, wait, hold on. All right, never mind. All right, I'm still waiting for... I was like, wait, there's a new line. Wait, no, there is not. There is not. For a second, I was a little terrified. But yeah, like they're gonna come. I say I'm gonna be shocked if they come up positive, but also I was in the hospital, not that within the potential incubation time without a mask on for several hours. And that's like the most terrifying time to possibly get COVID is when you're going to get surgery. Like they are super careful. I'm sure this is the procedure like at other hospitals that are doing surgeries again now too, but like they were very, very careful at Kaiser for surgery. I had to get a negative COVID test within 72 to 48 hours before surgery, and they're like, yeah, after you do the COVID test, you have to go home and fucking quarantine. There's no more going out and breathing on people after that. Between like once you're done with that, you're going to be in a place where you're also breathing around other people who might be immunocompromised and getting some. Yeah, it was. Whew. Yeah, Kiko, I don't know how you got through all of that without being just fucking terrified every minute of being in the hospital, but I'm pretty sure you were. I'm going to guess there was a little bit of being terrified every minute you were in the hospital. But yeah, this was all, I was less scared than, like, so I started the process of trying to get my tubes tied last November. Like the first, I want to get this done, email, phone call, whatever, was nearly a year ago. And about 3 months of delay was from was because of COVID. It's like, all right, I started it because it's like, all right, we're probably gonna have vaccines soon, this won't be too bad. And like November was, I think there was like, you look at the COVID charts of fatalities and cases, there was the best lull was like, I think like October of last year. Like there was this wonderful lull, and I want to say September, October-ish, give or take, where it's like, oh, the cases were relatively low. Like you wanted to go out and breathe on some people. Do it in October last year. But there's, did I get because you're young bullshit? I'll tell you about that in a second. But it's but like right after that, because of the holiday starting up, cases started to go up again. So I started it. We're starting to do the paperwork. We're starting to do everything. And then when like cases went through the fucking roof in the fall into the spring, even though vaccines were coming out, it was like we just every last like I think I did a little bit more paperwork, but like we just kind of all looked at each other and said, how do we call each other back in a few months? So around May, I think it was, I'd gotten my vaccine in, I want to say like April. Yeah, I got my second shot in April. So May, when I'm like, all right, more people have probably have gotten their vaccines now. It can't be too much of a dire situation. I'm going to shoot the gynecology department an email and be like, hey, you remember me? Me with the uterus that still can make a baby? Let's fix that. So many, many, many more months, and I had phone calls with that department that were just, so you sure you want to do this? Yep. Are you really sure? Yeah. That's why I had all the phone calls and signed all the permission forms and watched the fucking educational materials. My God. But yeah, it was a lot, a lot of work for that. Ryan said it should be as easy for a woman to get her tubes tied as it should be for men to get a vasectomy walk and say, I want this. Okay. Now, I know that other people I know who, now I don't know if it's different in the Kaiser system than others. I know men who went through Kaiser had to get counseling. Like you had to watch a video, had to do a few forms. And I know a couple of my guy friends who've gone through Kaiser, they said that their doctor was asking them till like the last minute, are you sure? So they do a little bit of that bullshit with men, but nowhere near as much. Now Angela asked, did you get but you're too young, bullshit. Surprisingly, that was one thing that nobody ever did. Now here's why. Now, some people, I do what I can to try to make my life easier before I go to the doctor's office than have a bad experience at the doctor's office and then complain about it later. And this is after many years of having horrible experiences at the doctor's office. So before I went to the gynecology department at Kaiser, I shot an email, kind of like to somewhere administration. I forget exactly how this worked out, but it's, sent an email to administration. And I was like, hey, here's what I want. I'm a 38-year-old woman with no kids, and I don't want kids. I have the exact number of kids I want, that being 0. I would like to maintain that. Find me the gynecologist that's going to agree with this being an acceptable thing to make happen via surgery, and that's not going to give me a fucking day about it, because that's not a thing I'm going to go through. We're not doing that. I know you know which gynecologist. I know, and I was obviously nice. This was all in an email. I'm like, I know you know who it is. I know you know there's a doctor that will do this surgery for me. I know you know it. You're gonna find me that one, because I'm not putting up with this shit. They found me the doctor that was like, yeah, sure, here you go. Or here's the thing, I got pushed back it's like every step along the route from that first fucking appointment is designed to make you second guess. Like you're sitting there going, am I crazy? Do I want to be? Is someone like, what the fuck? Like, it's like every step along the way is designed to make you think you might actually want a baby. Who knows? There's a biological clock in there. It's shattering right now. And like, that's like what's happening every step of the way, while there's like while they're not doing the thing that you've signed the permission forms and that you've asked, you've asked nicely. But I was really lucky that nobody ever pushed back on the basis of my age. And I know that's not always the case. And I also look at it and go, hey, maybe, does that mean I'm old? Maybe Kaiser thinks I'm really fucking old. So, I had to accept that I'm like, oh, they're not pushing back because they know my fertility's fucking toast anyway. So, maybe that just means I'm old enough that they were like, oh, it's fine. But the flip side of that that's so fucked up is that means there are plenty of women that are not. All right, we are at about the 15-minute mark, and I still have me a negative COVID test. So just go get yourself a booster shot. You won't get COVID. You won't get COVID from the COVID. You won't get COVID from the shot, and you won't get COVID because of the shot, and you won't get COVID. Like, how to phrase it? The shot won't cause COVID, and the shot will also make you not get COVID. Go get the shot. Get the fucking shot. And also, just to have on hand, if you've got a big old household and people that are regularly exposed to people, get the Binax to have on hand. not a bad idea. If you're like, I need to know if this is the flu, if this is a really bad cold, if this is COVID. And like, I'm saying, if you're like, I don't, there are situations where you're like, I need to know if this is a cold. So we need to know if we need to fucking quarantine the household, or if there can be some air coming in and out of here. Because that changes a lot of things. Like if you've got a bunch of people in the house sniffling and sneezing and whatnot, and it turns out this is, people have a bad cold, that's very different in how you're going to plan from if someone in the house spits onto that and gets their nose swabbed and it's a positive COVID test. You're gonna start being a little bit more, cautious and conscientious of that, and figure, we should, even if you're vaccinated, you're going to want to quarantine for, at least until you have negative tests, at least until your symptoms are down, because, vaccinated and likely having a lower viral load, you're less likely to spread it, but that's less likely is not likely. So, those are good to have around, because, if you're sick, you don't want to go to the fucking doctor anyway, but also you want to know if you need to quarantine. So get a box of them, keep them in the house. Don't test them just for the fun of testing them like I just did. Now I super wish I'd bought a second box. So now I'm going to order. Now I'm going to go to CVS tomorrow and pick up another box. Anyways, but yeah, get some, keep them on hand. Don't play with them just for funsies. So anyways, that's the ramble on that. Glad I don't have COVID. 3 more minutes for the second swab test. Yeah, both the it's where, yeah, I feel in no way worried that either swab test is going to be positive. Just I feel fine. I say I feel fine, and I also have a temperature that is about like I'm getting a little bit of the sweats. So, but I'm pretty sure that's because the vaccine does that to people sometimes. So, but yeah, let's see. My vasectomy was a training surgery. I made the trainee laugh, and I was advised that it was not in my best interest. Oh man, Jacques, that is you're a brave soul. Did anyone else get? Let's see. COVID tests are for you are like condoms for me. You won't need them, but you might. But you might. So keep some on hand. It's just it's like I want. Or I'm trying to think of a comparable joke, because like now condoms are kind of like COVID tests for me. Just are you guys? I see someone talking about video issues. Are you guys okay? Is there? Did you? Anyways, looks like the video's working. Glad that's all functional. So, but yeah, getting there were. I'm trying to think of what about getting the tubes out, like, are stuff that you might want to know in the event that you go to do it and this stuff comes. But here's the thing, like I said, right to if you're a woman and you've had issues with this before and you've been turned down because you're too young, you should have kids, you need a permission slip from from your husband, which is bullshit. It's right to your hospital administrator. Like, don't there will be, if you are in a big enough hospital system, there's no reason there will be, unless it's system wide, like policy, that they won't give this out, which is I doubtful. There will be someone in your system who's like, yeah, of course we'll do this surgery. There's no reason why we won't. But yeah, like I said, write a kind, yet a kind, professional but firm letter to your hospital administration explaining your age, your situation, any health issues you have that might make the reason why you don't want a baby more complicated, and just point out that if there's been if you're in a relationship and there's been a vasectomy that's gone more so much more smoothly, fucking point that out too. Do what you got to have this all. Because here's the thing: if a letter gets sent to the administration, that's now like in their file. Like that's in your file. That's in their file. They know you're pissed. They know you're mad about some shit that went on, and they're gonna try to make you happy, because they know after letter from you comes letter from lawyer. Oh, they don't want that letter. They want to just give you your fucking surgery at that point. They're going to find you the doctor that's going to do it. Send a letter every time. So, like, look, rather be like, and here's the thing. I know some people might be like, is that a Karen move? No, 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 no. That is a Diane move. I want to be clear. Diane is a secretary that has those little attachy things, those little chains that attach to glasses that sends a polite but firmly worded email that has everything on file. But she does that so she doesn't have to send doesn't fucking end up Karening shit out later. Diane's prepared. I'm just saying, Diane, your shit. Don't Karen it. Come prepared. Send an email. Don't scream afterwards when you don't get what you wanted, when you knew that shit would end poorly. So it's, Akiko said, well, your husband will write letters. I am very good at writing my own letters. Oh, but I'm just saying, if you need if other people need legal assistance, Akiko's husband, that's the person. But no, I enjoy writing my family. Look, I'm just saying, I'm a writer. Every once in a while, when I have to like go to town for like professionally with these, those are just they bring joy to my life. They bring so much joy to my life. It's kind of like when I get to like, prank call our elected officials. Speaking of which, because I see what time of the month it is now. I don't know how I'm going to be feeling in wake of my vaccine tomorrow, but it is that time of the month where we get together at noon on a Saturday and have our patriotic prank calling. Now, we don't do all prank calls, but what we do is, here's the thing that I think a lot of adults don't really like. They don't sink their teeth into. They don't grasp. They don't really appreciate about our free spinning democracy. We have the ability, nay, the responsibility to tell our elected officials our unvarnished opinions about them. And we can their phone numbers, their office addresses, their email addresses, all of them, multiple phone numbers, even their faxes too. Some of them have faxes. Yikes! Those are all listed publicly, and we are doing ourselves and the democracy itself a disservice, a huge disservice, by not occasionally, say once a month with our patrons listening, by not occasionally calling them and letting them know that perhaps we know full well that Ted Cruz is a Zodiac killer. Anyways, I'm just saying, if y'all want to join me for doing things like that, and of course, we do. Oh yeah, I think we've tried to call cinema every month, and like we can't get through. Yeah, this month Mansion and Cinema are on the fucking list. Katie Porter, as usual, is on the list, but to tell her how much we goddamn love her. But it's like every month we have like the shit lists. Oh yes, and apparently I have very good Melania voice, but I haven't listened to her talk for here's how crazy it was. Like during the Trump administration, like I had a Melania voice that was very easy because Melania was, occasionally said a thing. But no, I'll have to work on Melania voice before calling someone, but that will be fine. It's easy. Oh, Tom Cotton could use a call. Oh yeah, look, everyone who there is some amount of firm evidence that they were involved in the planning of January 6th, they're getting a phone call this week. This will be, now again, this is depending on how I'm feeling tomorrow based on the vaccine, because some people, like I've generally had a worst second day than I have the day of the vaccine. I want to do this tomorrow. If not, I will do this next Saturday. We tend to do this on Saturday for our patriotic, for our annual. It's clearly the vaccine is working. Get out alive! Don't take the bag. It's gonna take. I'm kidding. You're fine. But have we tried Madison Cawthorn yet? I have so many insults for that man, and not a single one, not a single word I have for that disingenuous fuck is. Oh my God, Ryan. Yeah. So there was a time. So I called Mar-a-Lago once. I didn't expect someone would pick up. Someone picked up. Someone picked up when I called Mar-a-Lago for this. I didn't know what to say, and I hung up in just fucking fear and goddamn panic. What do you do when the president's house answers? Like, that's not all right. That's not okay. That's terrifying. So yeah, what do you do when the president's house? So anyways, if anyone has, I'll definitely freaking call Mar-a-Lago tomorrow, because who else is bored? But yeah, like we need to, like, for the next time that there's a Mar-a-Lago call, like we need to, like, hammer out some, all right, what are we, how are we going to yell at these fuckers who tried to destroy democracy? Like, oh yeah, hotels and resort. This is not thinking shit through on my end. Start hotels and resorts always answer. Like, here's the thing: is it hotel and resort, or is it like Winter White House, or is it the place where treason is planned? I'm not sure anymore. I'm just not sure. He ain't president anymore. He's just sort of accurate. It's the sad thing is, like, and there have been some great videos that have come out on this in the last few weeks. There are people who are deeply convinced that and this dichotomy is amazing to me. There are people that are both convinced that he is still the president, he is still running things, he's in charge, Trump. They think that Trump is in charge, they think Trump is the president, they think he's running everything, he's doing all the things. And they also think that Biden fucked up Afghanistan. Trump is in charge of the military, he's running everything, Biden fucked up Afghanistan. What? Like, I don't get it. I don't know if I want to get it. And here's the thing, like, it's there, there have been studies out, and we've talked about them here before. Schrodinger's Trump, both so powerful he can beat everyone, and so weak that weak little Joe Biden can take him over without even having the power that Trump actually has. It's and of course both of my it's just to clarify, of course both of my tests came out negative, but yeah, just again get yourself a next test. Yeah, just these are not folks who have a lot thought through when it comes to Jordan. Yeah. Oh, that was the one that I'd seen, the Jordan Klepper rally. Thank you, Clive. Jordan Klepper made this point to some of his supporters at a rally. Yeah, Jordan Klepper's work, it made me so sad that his show was canceled, because he did some of the best, work covering the Trump administration and or not the administration, but like the rallies and like the stuff on the ground, so to speak, was done by the teams at fucking Comedy Central. And of all people, the person that did some of the best work was Jordan Klepper. Here's the thing, the way he did it, because he managed to build just a really easy, comfortable rapport with the people he was talking to. He was never mean. He was very jokey. He was very jovial with them. And I saw with a handful of the reporters that went, or the quote correspondents, correspondents / comics that went to these things, they managed, like, whenever they saw them later on at another thing. And with some of them, they kind of built up a rapport to the point where they see them at another rally later on. It's like, hey, and they were friendly, and that was a super smart, and that was a very good way to go about things. Like, it was, even if they were poking at them, they did it in a way that they managed to keep things light and get these people to talk to them, because you're not going to get people to talk to you if you're screaming at them. And I get it. We're not trying to show people let's show people what these people are thinking. Maybe we'll find a good point. But he could get people to talk and open up about things that to show the deep cognitive dissonance in the way they were thinking. And you don't get that if you're just sitting there telling them how that they're idiots. And here's what's kind of sad about Trump supporters and the ones that have kept supporting him even after the things they believe don't, conspiracy theorists believe. If you believe one conspiracy theory, you're likely to believe multiple. And a lot of those conspiracy theories, when one's true, another, they don't, they believe conspiracy theories that don't work cohesively. Like, in other words, in order for Biden, Trump is in office, and Biden is responsible for Afghanistan. Like, they believe things that couldn't possibly coexist in the real world. And these are, these are people who it's important to kind of see for ourselves that this mindset is out there, and it's not that uncommon in this new kind of in this new world that we're in. And the question is, was this always there? Is it there in larger numbers now? Is it how is this going to affect future elections, and how do we respond to it? And it's it's a clusterfuck, but it's also like I think one of the big things to take away from it is that people who promote debunking, and people who promote ways to get around disinformation, or see through disinformation, we were caught off guard. We were caught horribly off guard for this. There's like, I forget where, I think this was a tweet. It was something like the pipeline of like horse girl to anti-vax mom to conspiracy theorist is a very strange yet tightly constructed pipeline, and it's really weird that we have this thing that we never looked at all the different ways that these things just funnel into this horrible conspiracy theorist mess, and that we aren't looking at different ways that we can kind of cleave off people from before they get into the deepest parts of this conspiracy theorist mess, because things are getting things have gone from just people, it's like, hey, why don't why can't you just let people believe what they want to believe when it comes to things like diet? Why can't you just let people believe, let whoever they want, if they don't want to vaccinate, not vaccinate? Why don't you let people believe what they want? Eva, you're so mean spirited. When I was debunking more of the stuff, and it's like, it's not that I can't let people believe what they want. I don't get up in people's shit about religion that much at all. I let people believe the things that are unprovable one way or another. The same people that have been, very let me believe what I want, are also the people that are all facts don't care about your feelings when they're promoting inaccurate facts, things that are not facts at all, things that are disinformation. So there's a very it's a bit of a falsehood for these people that are like, let me have my beliefs, when their beliefs are untrue, and they're also screaming that they're the only ones that have truth about historical and political narratives. So that's I don't think that I think that from being siloed into a place about skepticism and science communication, where people told us for so long to stick to science, and didn't see that the whole point of teaching people about how to determine if something was misinformation or not was to teach them when something like this happened, was so that people could understand when they were being fed a line of propaganda, a line of deep bullshit. And I think that there was so much hesitance to accept that that this was all over the place. That people still don't want to admit they've been duped. And that's one of the hardest things. I think it was Carl Sagan who said, it's like, once you bought into the bamboozle, the more you buy into the bamboozle, the more you buy into the bamboozle. That's a horrible retelling of the quote, but it's like, once they've, there are a lot of people I know who I met from from skeptic circles, from atheist circles, who have gone oddly like all in for Trump. And I mean, like, throw him fundraisers now. It's like money that used to go to, like, secular student organizations is like now going to Trump fundraisers. Like, that's horrifying. And I'm like, I don't know how how someone makes that much of a change. And then I realized, it wasn't, for some of the people that were in skeptic circles, none of it was ever about finding, like, for me, it's always, all right, fine, someone gives me a statement of fact, someone tells me about a situation or a subject. I'm like, all right, show me all the information and all the evidence, and we'll figure out what direction the truth is in. And I realized at some point a lot of these people were not, weren't saying, give me the evidence and let me find out where it leads. It was a lot of, it was a lot of very cynical. What's the word I'm looking for? It was a lot of not, how's the best way to phrase this? There's there are some people, I think, in the skeptic universe who instead of wanting to find correct common misconceptions, they kind of want to be contrarians. And I feel like the people who started off less so as oh, there's information that's out in the world that's not accurate, and I want to be a part of the solution to this. They kind of loved that the skeptic movement was so had pushed information, accurate info, that ran contrary to some popular narratives, because some popular narratives are just not true sometimes, and you got to work to kind of debug some things in the system. But seeing some people that it became clearer over time were just contrarians, and wanted to they took a common line, that we, or a very common train of thought that comes up when we're talking about things that are, inconvenient to popular narratives, and applying them to things that aren't true, and applying them to, hateful, horrible ideas. And they're like, oh no, you just don't. This is they. It's weird seeing the same types of applications, or the same types of thoughts, and the same things being applied to these horrible ideas being said, that used to be said to kind of back up a lot of things we promoted in skepticism, because it's like, hey, you just don't like this because it's true. You don't like this because you don't agree with it. And it's like, I don't like a lot of this stuff because it's untrue, and more to the point, because I used to think some of these people were smart, and they've fallen for the bamboozle. Like they've fallen for the big lie. There's been so much disinformation that they've gone for it without, like, without taking the time to say, maybe this is maybe that all this disinformation has been effective because propaganda is effective. And there's a thing that I'll always tell people. It's not that you're a dupe if you get hit with propaganda and it works and you quote fall for it. It's not that you're a dupe. It's not that you're dumb. It's not that it's not that you're the problem if propaganda works on you, and if someone tells you propaganda has worked on you. It's that propaganda worked on you because propaganda works. That's why people always use it. That's why it's used in everything from advertising to dating apps. And I don't mean dating apps like the people who run it. I mean, like, your profile has your individual profiles you use without knowing it, techniques that are definitely defined as propaganda. But it's, propaganda is all around us in a lot of different little ways. And it's fine if it's used in ways that are responsible. But the way that we classically think of propaganda, it's never used in a quote responsible way. That's not, it's, once we classify something as, pure propaganda, it's not something that uses propaganda techniques. It's not a responsible thing. It's just being used to strip things of context and take away meaning, and infuse something with a lie. So it's been hard watching people who, if you told them about the situation 5-6 years ago, they'd be like, oh, that's awful. I would never fall for it. And then once they're in it, they can't see it. So that's been one of the most depressing parts about all this. I'm not sure how I got onto this ramble. Oh yeah, calling Mar-a-Lago. But yeah, that's a thing that we'll probably do tomorrow, as long as I don't have a goddamn fever. But if I do, we'll do it next week. So anyways, it's about at the hour mark, and I am feeling a little on the toasty side. So I'm gonna go relax. I think that's a good thing to do. Anyways, I'll see. So if you're one of my patrons, I will see you guys either tomorrow or next week. And like I said, I really don't know. It's a crapshoot on how my body is going to be feeling. Thank you, Moderna. Anyways, it's go get yourself some Vinex test, and if you do, read the instructions. It's here. All of my calls to action. There's a link to all of my stuffs below here somewhere. Just a friendly reminder. If any of y'all sent me anything to make with resin from being home visiting mom and then coming back and having surgery, I'm a bit behind. However, I've signed up for stamps.com, and I have all sorts of, I have all the things I need to finish the pieces and to mail them out to you. I just need to finish the pieces now. Anyways, there's stuff in the mix. If you have not, if you would like me to make a thing for you out of resin, I've been doing some resin art. It's delightful. There are pictures over on the Facebooks anyways, it's go to my Amazon wish list and send me a resin thing, and then shoot me an email, thescibabe@gmail.com, and I'll make you a resin thing. I have a list. There's a whole list of you. Anyways, that's just, I'm practicing making stuff to eventually make a little memorial for my brother out of resin. That's what I've been doing to cope with my grief. So anyways, Dick said hash resin. No, epoxy resin. Have plenty of the hash resin elsewhere. Anyways, anyways, link to all the stuff's down there. I love you guys. I'll see how I'm doing tomorrow, and I will I'll post a message both in the Discord and over on Patreon regarding what's happening tomorrow or next week for stream. And I'll see you guys on. There'll be a new article up on Monday. We're back in business. Anyways, anyways, love you guys and have a happy Halloween. Bye.